Hello and welcome to the iAPPS community support site. So the first thing that you're going to notice when you hop onto this site is big buckets. And right now those big buckets are user resources, developer resources, and iAPPS community. These, what we call big buckets, can change based upon the user permissions and roles that you're logged in as. The goals of the community site are pretty simple. We wanted to give our iAPPS end users unlimited iAPPS documentation, an extensive knowledge base, an open question and answer forum platform, as well as a ticketing system. So now that we get the overall gist and the overall view of the knowledge base, let's take a look at some documentation. So as you see, we offer the latest documentation, and when we click in to actually view the document, we're given the document breakdowns, and then simply by choosing the area that interests me, maybe renaming an index term, up comes the PDF, and now from in the PDF, I could use Control F to search for other terms that interest me. So now let's take a jump back into our user resources area. Another main reason for this community site was a knowledge base. And this knowledge base goes beyond just documentation. The purpose of this knowledge base was so that iAPPS professionals can provide endless amounts of information to all iAPPS users. So let's go ahead and jump into this knowledge base. So as you can see, there's already a number of articles enlisted in this knowledge base, from how-tos to how-do-Is to what's to can I. But you know what? Maybe I don't want to search through all this to find the information I want. Maybe my question is specifically surrounded around CSV uploads into Marketeer. So I'm just going to search for the title CSV. So as you can see, when I search for CSV, I'm not giving a list of 35 items. It's taking my search term and giving me relevant information that I needed back. So now let's head back into the support center and take a quick look at the discussion forum. So this user discussion forum is a pretty powerful area where we're going to allow end users to come in and speak with other iAPPS end users and iAPPS customers from all around the world. Because hey, iAPPS is literally global. Let's get the interaction happening, right? So if you do something awesome in iAPPS, maybe you just want to post that awesome thing you did for somebody else, another iAPPS user, in maybe another state, another country, or another company to check out. So to do this, we'll click on Ask a Question. And it's titled, What's Your Question? So we're going to say, check out what I did in iAPPS. And maybe in this description, we're going to list the awesomeness, right? The really cool thing that we just did in iAPPS. If we want to attach any files, of course, we could do that as well. And once I'm happy with my forum update and, announcing to the world what I just did, I could add it. And when I add it, it'll be live to the public. And other people can come in and post and comment and like and react to what you did in iAPPS to make your iAPPS experience a special one. So now I'm going to jump back into the support center. And you'll notice that we have developer resources. So once again, whether or not you see the bucket of developer resources is going to depend upon the user role that you're logged in as. But we do have extensive developer resources available to our ever-growing community of iAPPS developers. Next, you're going to notice the iAPPS community, and this is going to be available to all end users. And the reason for this is we really wanted more feedback from our end users as to what they want to see into future versions of iAPPS, right? Where do you want iAPPS to go? So let me click into Submit iAPPS Suggestions. So just like we updated our forum, just like we created a new post in our forum, we could suggest an idea. But what's really cool here is the voting capabilities. So let's say I had this great idea for inline help videos in iAPPS, and I wanted other people to vote on it because I want this to actually come to fruition in a future version of iAPPS. So all you got to do is vote, and once you vote on these ideas, the iAPPS team, the iAPPS development team, is actually going to take the top rated ones, and those are going to be heavily considered to be instituted in future versions of iAPPS. So the next big part of this iAPPS community support site is the idea of submitting a request or submitting a ticket. So let's take a look at how we could do that. You'll notice when we come to submit a request, the first thing we're going to want to do is choose our request type. When I choose my request type, I'm going to be given many fields. And these fields are not required, although they are highly suggested to fill in. And the reason for that is the more information you give us when you're filling in a request or an issue or any type of ticket, is the more information we get, the quicker and easier we could come back to you with an answer. When you're finished filling in all of the fields that you wish to include, you could opt to attach a file, or of course, just go ahead and submit your ticket. Once you've submitted a ticket, your next option would be to take a look at tickets you already have open. So for that, we could click on Check on Your Existing Tickets. And as you can see, it'll keep a running list of tickets you have open, as well as all communications that have gone on with that open ticket. So the next item I want to talk to is the right-hand sidebar. So every page is going to have a different and unique right-hand sidebar. And it's going to be very important to pay attention to the right-hand sidebars, as these are going to offer important callouts and information that's ultimately going to help you navigate, learn, and fully utilize the iAPPS community support site. So that's about all I have for you. I hope you enjoy the community support site. Dive into that knowledge base, talk up in the forums, share your ideas with other iAPPS users all around the world. And thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoy what the community support site has to offer.